Why can novice lifters get away with squatting and doing other movements 3 times a week and more advanced lifters really can't? Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here. I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today. Again, a topic that comes up, and I've had people ask me, they're like, look, you do everything once a week. You've also written a lot of novice programs, some really famous programs, one of which millions of people read and ran apparently 10, 12 years ago, that had novices squatting 3 times a week, pressing 3 times a week, all this stuff. Yeah, you do it once. A lot of your clients do it once. What's the deal? And, I've had someone also then ask, well, couldn't novices do the once a week? I'm like, yeah, they'll do just fine on it. They'll do just fine. It's just that we could make the case for they would probably make a little faster gains doing more. And I want to be clear, it's not enormously more. Okay, it's not like it's double. Okay, so again, context. But some things to think about here in terms of just overall recovery, workload, lifestyle. Again, fatigue, managing fatigue. For a novice lifter, I mean, let's be frank here. If you're a grown man, 135 pounds on a squat bar, just isn't that taxing to your body. Now, people say, what do you mean? I struggle with it. That's really heavy for me right now. Okay, it's heavy for your muscles, but not to your body. It's 135 pounds. Okay, it's just, again, not that much weight sitting on top of your structure. If you're even in decent shape, and if you've been lifting a few weeks and doing that, you're probably already getting there. Again, it just isn't a big deal. Come and do it 3 times a week. Okay, the relative load on your skeleton, the relative load on your nervous system is pretty low. And you can get away with some extra skill work. You can get away with, again, a little better potential muscle growth. Right, it's a lot going on with that. More advanced lifters, how much do you think we squat? Hey, like you guys watched me, I think the last time you guys, so at least when I recorded this, you'll see it in here, I did like a 470 safety bar squat. Safety bars are harder than a normal bar. You'll see me doing rep work with 550 on the deadlift in here. You really think I want to do that multiple times a week? Especially not at my age. Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, because we run into the issue of it's taxing on your body, taxing on the peripheral nervous system. Okay? The total weight that we move matters. Total weight we move matters. It matters a lot for recovery. And this has been noted in research. It's been noted, by top coaches. In fact, the lifters who try to do the really high frequency in powerlifting all break young. They don't get to my age in the powerlifting game. So a lot of people say, well, you're wrong because this Russian program has people squatting 3-4 times a week. Okay. How many people do it for 20 years and don't break? They don't. They break. That's the problem. They break. You can't do that stuff as an advanced lifter. Okay. The other thing to factor in, novices don't need really a lot of isolation. Their whole body is what? It's weak, it's underdeveloped. Hence novice. You've been working out 3 months. You're small, dude. You're small and weak. Just deal with it. Okay? Even guys are, well, just whatever labor. Like, yeah, but you're still looking at your lifts and your muscle. You're still not, you're underdeveloped for your potential. So they don't need all this refinement. They grow from everything. Because everything is underdeveloped, squats and benches will literally make their arms grow. So maybe not their biceps. They need some curls. I tell everyone should probably do some curls. Mistake I made, and another reason I've had to play catch up with arms. But that aside, you do know everything's going to grow from that, right? Squat, bench, and deadlift, 80% of the muscles in your body are going to grow from that. Just those 3 lifts. Hey, you throw in a couple other lifts to balance it out. Maybe some pull-ups. We can't do those as a novice. Some chin-ups. Some rows, a few curls. You're pretty good. Okay? I mean, right there. Squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press, row, curl. You do those 6 exercises. As a novice lifter, your whole dang body's going to grow. And you don't need a lot of sets of them. So you can come in and do them frequently. You don't need all this other smaller movements to refine everything. Your whole body's going to grow from that. As you get more advanced, we got different heads of muscles that start to lag. If we don't start training muscles from more than one angle, they don't grow maximally anymore. We're not underdeveloped. Okay? Any head of a muscle that doesn't get direct tension just doesn't grow for us any longer, right? Our long head of our triceps not going to grow from benching anymore. Our side delt's not going to grow from benching and pull-ups anymore. Just the reality of it. We need all these other exercises. Well, that starts stacking the volumes up and stuff a lot faster. Okay? Our frequencies on these things go down because then we've got to do them with the other movements. We still have to do our big exercises. Okay, so it's where we're at. Novice lifter doesn't need the smaller, so they can come in and do a handful of lifts. They can come in and do a handful of lifts, and everything will probably grow. May not be perfect, but they're going to get 90% growth. Right? Which means, unless they're only going to work out once a week, twice a week, they're probably going to be doing a lot of these same big lifts multiple times. Twice, some cases 3 times. Okay? Because they don't have to fill in the gaps with all this smaller stuff. I mean, most novices, I could have them come in and do a squat 3 days a week and then 3 other lifts after and go home. I mean, realistically, you know, they could bench, row, and curl, go home. Another day they could deadlift, overhead press, and curl, go home. Right? We're good to go. They're good to go. But they're doing a lot of these things every other workout or every workout then. Because that's all they really need. That's literally all they need. Like, I should almost write a program based on this again. Right? Put one out. I probably should. It wouldn't be a bad idea. But I digress. This is why they get away with it. Now, could a novice come in and still train similar to how I do with some power building on a 3, 4, 5 day body part split? Yes, absolutely. And they'll make good gains there too. They're just more flexible with it. But as you get more advanced, it gets a lot harder to do all that. It gets a lot harder. And that is what's going on. Because again, you can't recover from it, and then you run into the issue you're still understimulating muscles that need to grow. And I know because I've done this. I've done, even as an advanced lifter, high frequency squatting and benching. You don't have room for a lot of other stuff, and you start to get beat up. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.